Hi there, welcome to my views and news. Two news stories. First one is from Tigray, where Tigray interim president Getachew has passed instructions about meetings. All meetings have been banned by Tigray interim government. What happened? Tigray interim government now will try to exercise its writ. It wouldn't be easy, I think, for the government to enforce its writ in the region, keeping in view the growing rift between Tigray interim government and the TPLF group led by Debretsion Gebremichael. Secondly, Farmajo, Abdullahi Farmajo, former president of Somalia, is returning to a neighboring country of Somalia. He will now be based in a neighboring country, not in Somalia. By the way, when election was held in 2022 in Somalia, and Hassan Sheikh was chosen as the president, immediately after that, Abdullah Farmajo left Somalia. Somali political elite members don't live in Somalia, by the way. They are in Middle East, they are in Kenya, they're in other countries, they buy properties there, they do investments there while they rule in Somalia. Let's start from Tigray, viewers, where it seems that Tigray interim government will now make efforts to exercise its authority to enforce its writ in the Tigray region. Now it's clear that TPLF, the Debretsion group, would weaken Tigray interim government. They would ideally like to remove Getachew Reda. They have not announced their plan so far how they want to remove Getachew Reda, but they want to get legitimacy first, recognition first. They want restoration of their status, and they will contact African Union and other mediators to gain legal recognition. But they have made it clear that Getachew is no more part of TPLF, and he is not recognized as interim government head. So they'll definitely try to weaken interim government. By the way, as I always say, in Ethiopia, governments and political parties, ruling political parties, are intertwined. Political party office bearers are government officials too. So they work in dual position. Same is the case here in Tigray, where some senior Debretsion group TPLF leaders, senior and junior, they're part of the government too. Now, government is led by Getachew Reda. Getachew Reda has formed another TPLF. So how will this complexity be handled? Will Getachew fire those TPLF members who are from the Bratskian group and who are in key positions in Tigray interim government? At least three TPLF, the Bratskian group, central committee members are working in Tigray interim government. There were several, but most of them have been expelled by the Bratskian group, but three are still remaining. Emmanuel Assefa, deputy chairman of TPL, the Bratskian group, newly chosen, he is part of Tigray interim government too. Secondly, Kiros Goesh. Kiros Goesh is also newly elected central committee member of the Bratskian wing, and he is head of education in Tigray with Tigray interim government. Then there is Frivini Gebrisgar. She is the head of women affairs in Tigray interim government, but she was chosen as Tigray People Vision Fund, the Bratskian Group's central committee member. This is the problem. How TPLF Debretsion has cleared its ranks. They expelled Getachew group people from central committee, executive committee. What will Tigray interim government do? Can it fire all the government officials on Wareda, zonal, central level who are from the Bratskian group? Can it happen? Difficult. If it happens, Tigray government could face serious challenges. And elements pro Debrecen, they will definitely try to organize against Tigray interim government. That is why all meetings have been banned by Gita Choreda. Tigray interim president yesterday passed orders circulated to zonal Wareda district level administrators that no meetings are allowed of Tigray government officials without approval from Tigray interim government. Written orders have been passed. The government asked the officials, zonal, Wareda, etc., to work on the prevention of cholera, to work on the return of IDPs, and to handle and implement budget-related challenges. And government in the circular said that if any meeting uh, should be held, it should only be held with prior permission from Tigray interim government. Without permission, no meeting should be held. I think the Tigray interim government of Getachew fears that now TPLF would try to destabilize Tigray interim government. It will try to organize interim government officials against Tigray interim government based in Mekelle. That is why these meetings have been banned. But question is, will Getachew's orders be implemented or not? I doubt it. It's difficult for Getachew to enforce his authority in Tigray because Tigray, as I said earlier, Tigray government, TPLF intertwined. Let's see what happens. Secondly, viewers, former president of Somalia, Abdullahi Farmajo, is returning not to Somalia, but a neighboring country of Somalia. When in 2022, Farmaajo lost election, Hassan Sheikh was elected. Immediately after that, he just left Somalia. Since then, he has been based in the Middle East. He was seen in Turkey, he was seen in Qatar. Mainly, these Somali leaders have been based in Turkey and Qatar. And most of them have their businesses, their investments, their residences in Nairobi, Kenya too. They accumulate their wealth in neighboring countries, in Middle Eastern countries. Farmajo is returning to Nairobi reportedly. Hassan Sheikh's term, almost half of it ended in 2022. Hassan Sheikh was elected almost 2 years ago. I think it's a 4-year term. Gradually, Hassan Sheikh is coming under pressure. Farmajo now wants to be based close to Somalia so that he could organize political activities, he could talk to his allies and form a strong opposition to Hassan Sheikh in the next election. Farmajo, when he was in power, was very close to Ethiopian PM Abiy. When Hassan Sheikh came, we saw a major change in Somalia's foreign policy. Somalia drifted away from Ethiopia and it got close to Egypt and Djibouti, and Eritrea. So we saw a major change in Somalia's foreign policy. Ethiopia would like to back the return of Farmajo to Villa Somalia. Ethiopia would like to back its loyal elements in Somalia, its proxies in Somalia, against Hassan Sheikh in support of Farmajo. And keeping in view the entry of Egyptians in Somalia, tensions could rise. Villa Somalia is forging new alliances. Hassan Sheikh the former president Farmajo knows that Somalia's neighbors, some especially Ethiopia, not happy with the growing influence of Egyptians in Somalia. So I think Farmajo will get a backing from Ethiopia to organize a front, a political front, opposition front against Hassan Sheikh. Coming months could be challenging for Hassan Sheikh. Hassan Sheikh is going to introduce one party, is going to introduce one person, one vote system, which is being rejected by Puntland. Farmajo also opposed constitutional amendments a few months ago when Somalia's parliament approved the amendments. He came to Somalia, if you remember. He visited Portland, but he could not stop the amendment. Then he left Somalia. He's now returning. I think he'll now organize opposition elements against Hassan Sheikh while based in Nairobi. It's very unfortunate, by the way, that these Somali ruling elite members stay outside Somalia and they rule whenever they see the opportunity. They just come back and they rule. Then they just leave their assets, their families, their children, their residences abroad. Do they deserve to lead poor Somali people? Thank you for watching.